The matrix is a really helpful tool when you get involved in more complex signal routing. It's essentially a mixer for the outputs of the console. So all of your output buses, like groups, Auxes, or even the main mix, actually are the inputs of the matrix mixer. Of course, this works a little differently with analog and digital. Analog consoles don't really have the space for huge matrix mixers. I mean, if you have 4 matrices and they each have 16 Auxes, 12 subgroups plus the main left-right mix, you're talking about a lot of real estate on a console that's already full of knobs. So, analog console manufacturers won't usually put a full matrix mixer on the console. They'll choose which output buses they'll accommodate. This is usually just the groups and main left-right mix, or could include a couple Auxes. But in professional digital consoles, you'll have way more options. Like the amazing Digico SD7 has 128 mix buses that you can configure into Auxes or subgroups. Then a 32 by 32 matrix mixer lets you mix tons of those output buses together and even insert processing. Now, this is way more than we usually need. I typically just use a matrix for a couple specific purposes. For example, I use front fills quite a bit when I'm doing shows, and I'll explain exactly how those work in the speakers section later on. But I generally want to have my same mix that I have in the main speakers coming through the fills, but I want to have totally separate control. So using a matrix is a great solution. I can send the left-right to the matrix and send the matrix to the fills. This way I can turn the matrix up or down as much as I want, and I won't affect the main speaker mix. Plus, since a matrix is a bus, I can insert an EQ to control that separately. And if I wanted to add extra vocals to that mix, I could do that too. But since the matrix mixer is for output buses only, I'd have to first assign the vocals to a subgroup. Then I could turn that subgroup up in the matrix, and it would boost the vocals. And without a doubt, matrices are super helpful for recording. Even if you're just wanting to record the left-right mix, this is a great way to get the right level to the recording device. You feed the left-right into the matrix, and then adjust the matrix level as needed from there. If you didn't have that extra control, a straight left-right feed could easily overpower the recording device, and you wouldn't be able to turn it down during a show, because it would also turn down your main speakers. Now, some engineers do actually use matrix outputs for the main speakers. The left-right bus goes to the matrix first, which then gets routed to the speakers. Now, there are some reasons for doing the routing this way, but in reality, it's perfectly fine to use the main left-right outputs for the main speakers.